I just returned back from a trip from Nashville, and of course while I was there I had to check out the learning store. So I found 2 learning stores and I went and did some shop with me's and a little bit of a haul to show you some things that they had there. It was just the best experience. Can't wait to show you. Hey you guys, it's Christina from the Purple Alphabet. I just got back from my trip. You might have seen on my Instagram stories. I was going all around Nashville. Some of you left me some great comments on Instagram talking about all the cool places to go. It was a blast. But while I was there, I definitely made a point to visit some learning stores that I don't have here in California. And I wanted to take you all with me so you could see what they had. Now, if you're not in Nashville, don't worry. A lot of these things I'm sure you can find online. But if you do live in Nashville, I'm going to put where I went down below in the description box. So if you want to go, you can go check it out too. I do a lot of shop with me's on my channels, but mostly around learning stuff and things you can do with your kids. So make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of those videos. I also do educational activities for kids and lots of ideas and inspirations to learn through play. And of course, as always, if you are new here, don't forget to say hello or leave me a comment if you're not new, because I love hearing from you guys. It's one of the best parts of my day. If you are ready, let's head over to Nashville and get right to the shopping. I'm totally gonna film this for Instagram because I'm not sure if it's gonna work. I'm in Nashville still, and I thought it'd be fun because I had some time to go see if there's some learning stores here, and I found one, but I'm not sure if it's gonna be good. So I'm excited to try it out, and if it works, I'm gonna do a YouTube video. If not, then I'll let you know here that it failed and it won't happen. So I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna check it out and see what they have. I already see there's a sign outside that says the business is for sale. So if this works on YouTube, I'll tell you all about it and show you, and then I'll even give you the address if you live in Nashville so you can check it out if you haven't already. This store was a true teacher-parent store. Lots of things for the classroom in this, so if you are a Nashville teacher, this might be a place you need to go check out. They had tons of stuff, but I started with the sensory wall. Lots of fun things like this tangle that had these sensory bits on it. Lots of things that you can fidget with, fidget toys, that sort of thing. I even liked this little fish that you can move around and manipulate in different ways too in your hands. All of these are great sensory items. They are small, they are perfect size for kids. Here's the original Tangle Junior that is pretty popular. And look at this. This is a sloth and a tree stump, so you just work them through the holes and pull them out. I think that's kind of cool. Tons of little squishy balls, things that I have never seen before. It was a lot of fun. These I think are great sensory items too. I've seen these used in occupational therapy when you run these against the kids' skin so they can get that sensory input. They had several different shapes in those. Check out this little magnet set. I just did a video on magnets, and this was one of the activities we kind of did. This is really cool. It comes with some activity cards so you can do some experiments with magnets. I love that this store had a lot of the toys out so that you could play with them and experiment with them too. Lots of games to be had, particularly smart games. You all know smart games are one of my favorite brands. And then look at this Think Fun game. I showed you this back around Christmas time. This is one of our favorites in our house. It's called Cat Crimes. It's a lot of fun. It's like logic and reasoning skills on this game. And then here are the smart games we have to jump in. We haven't tried Asteroid Escape yet, but they are all great one-player games. The clearance section is a must. Look at all of these items. Everything with the green tag is 50% off, and they had a little bit of everything in here, from toys to games to learning items for things for the classroom. A really good selection. I think this was really cute. One of my favorites from Learning Resources. It's the Alpha B. It has a whole bunch of alphabets in it to do some work on spelling and letters. These, remember, were in the Target dollar section, but these are the big ones, the big packs of these. And then I really like these too. They are cards for story prompt. It gives you a story idea, and then you write a story about what's on the card. Very clever. You can do this as centers. You could do this one card at a time. I actually had one of these when my kids were younger. They are Magic Animal flashcards. They're really thick plastic, but when you turn them, you see a different image. The opposite ones is probably my favorite. It has a happy and sad on there, and you can see the face change. I found these reusable stickers, so they're kind of like have a dry erase, so you just circle the chore that you've done off of them. I thought that was pretty clever if you want to do a chore chart. Lots of other teacher items for the classroom and bulletin boards, all on sale for 50% off. They did have a lot of workbooks, so if you like the workbooks, the selection here is really, really good. I found a couple of different ones that I liked, including the School Zone ones, which are my favorite ones if I can find them at the dollar store. This Hidden Pictures one is a lot of fun. You guys know I like my hidden pictures, but this one is easier. There's less items to find and a little bit easier to find because it's for the pre-K to kindergarten age. I also liked these workbooks here, these money ones. They had lots of fun activities inside of it, but I'm going to show you this one later in my haul. I've also seen these workbooks, I think at Lakeshore Learning, and then they had a whole bunch of workbooks starting at pre-K on up. I kind of like these wipe on, wipe off books. They come with a dry erase pen. They're from Highlights, so you can reuse them over and over and over again. So you find the hidden pictures and everything, and you just erase it when you're done, and then you can pull it out and do it all over again. They also had a whole bunch of different brands in the dry erase boards. I didn't realize that there were so many different kinds. Over in the geography section, I found this package of passports. Would be fun for a geography lesson, but more importantly, I found the state and capitals book. It's like a really cool reference book for every state. It talks about the capitals and gives some facts. I really like the level of this one. I might have to find this one later. And look at this mat. It has the blank United States on it. This would be fun for labeling or playing games with. I think that was kind of cool too. Here's a whole bunch more in the science section. I did find some of those magnet sets. Remember that magnet video again? So these would be perfect for that. They come with everything you need to do all kinds of magnetic experiments. I'm going to have to put that video down below in the description box if you want some ideas for playing with magnets. They are super fun. I think the kids really like them. Really digging the skeleton kit and genetics investigation. It comes with a little skeleton inside. You can do all kinds of experiments with. They had litmus paper kits, which we haven't played around with, but I remember as a kid really loving doing litmus paper experiments. And these STEM kits also caught my eye because they come in a box and they have everything included inside, and they kind of had different sections. So they had two different ones, a seasonal one and a different, just kind of general one, but these are for grades ages 2 to 5. I think they are pretty cool that have everything compact all in one box. Just an aisle over, I noticed they had an emotional behavior section, which I think really needs to be kind of more prevalent in what we do with our kids. These learning resources emoji cubes are kind of fun if you can roll them and you can see all the different faces, and then there's some questions on there so you can talk about your feelings. They had a couple others that just had the emotions on them too, which are very helpful. These yellow ones right here. Also in this section, I found some games and books. These flashcards are kind of fun for talking about and learning empathy. So being able to read the faces of the kids and talking about what happened in these cards. It's a really good way to introduce emotional behavior skills when you're working with your kids and to create some conversations. I've seen this little card game before. It's Mind Your Own Manners, where you're talking about your manners and what to do. This one's from Play Monster. I like it's really visual, so you can use this as early as the preschool age. There's another game too, and I really haven't seen this one. It's called Social Emotional Myself Learning Foundation. So there's stories about feeling and cooperation in this kit. So this is more of a storybook based kit. And then they have this other game called Friends and Neighbors, which is basically the same thing about helping your neighbors, being a good citizen, that sort of thing. Once again, I haven't used any of these, so if you have them or if you've played with them, I really want to know your opinion of them because I would like to have some of these in our house. Look at all of these dice. Oh my goodness, they had dice for everything. I really liked these fraction ones. Those might need to come home with me at some point. They have the order of operations, so you can do a whole bunch of learning activities with those. But dice are just such a simple way to learn. You know, I love my time dice. Those are one of my favorites. The math section had a whole bunch of Unifix cube kind of things, which I really like, but I did find this value board, which would be perfect for learning place value. I did a video about place value, but this is just a great way to separate it out. I kind of really like that. You just use it with your base 10 blocks. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look for the video on my channel about base 10. It will tell you everything that you need to know about base 10 blocks. And does anybody have this trifecta game? It's from Learning Resources, and it looked pretty interesting. I was just wondering if anybody had it or has tried it. Or even this one called Racco. It's one that I haven't seen yet, but it looked kind of fun too. Lots of Melissa and Doug things at this store, so if you're a Melissa and Doug fan, you will luck out. I did see the clock. I really like this one, especially if you're starting with toddlers because it starts as a puzzle and grows with you. The pattern blocks are always a favorite. If you don't have a set of pattern blocks, I'd highly recommend grabbing one of those. And then the Smart Max. So Smart Max is one of my favorite brands. They have really, really good toddler toys. They are amazing. So this is for ages 1 and up. They have all kinds of different ones that snap together or that are magnets and they just kind of are a really good basic toy to have, and they spark imagination. I can't say enough about Smart Max. Here is my favorite tool set that I talk about all the time. This one's in my Amazon store, but look at these gator grabber tweezers. There's 12 in here, but look how cute they are. They are in the shape of gators. I love them, and they're rainbow colored. You might not need 12, so you can get the smaller pack, but I just wanted to point them out. And of course, I found some Montessori materials. I love these sand trays. They are good for writing words, doing your letters when you're learning letter formation. They're very, very tactile and hands-on, which is what Montessori is all about. And I like that they come in a beautiful wood box so you can store everything inside. 50 sight word phrases. I haven't seen these before, and they came in kind of 3 different sets for kind of like a easy, medium, and advanced. So instead of reading just singular sight words, you read them in a group, and they're supposed to be the 50 most common phrases that you would see in reading. So I thought those were pretty neat too. I love my story cubes and my story starters. Roll these and you have a way to start off a story. They have a retell a story, so basically talking about something that you've already been through, and then some reading comprehension question cubes. These are all my favorites. Today is a new day, which means I found another store. So I thought I would try out a second one. I'm looking at it right now. It looks like it's a toy and bookstore, but on their website they had some stuff about sensory. I don't know. I'm gonna check it out. We're gonna see, and if there's good stuff, of course I'm gonna show you. And I don't know. This is kind of fun. I kind of want to go visit toy stores a little bit more often in places that I visit. So let's check it out. Very excited to check out this store. I know it's a toy store, but I have high hopes for some learning things in here as well. They really, really outdid themselves when I started to look around. Tons of Melissa and Doug sets, including the Water Wow selection. Love Water Wow. I mean, but I haven't seen these. These have the letters on them. Love these. I think these would be a great set to have at home if you're going to get some Water Wow cards. And then they had a whole bunch of like baby Melissa and Doug toys, which are amazing, but I really do like these sound cubes. So you basically match the sounds so that they match the pictures. This is perfect for a visual and auditorial kind of sensory game. I do like these Melissa and Doug alphabet activity sets that come with colors and stickers, and you learn the alphabets and phonics. Love that, and they're super huge. And of course, more dry erase activity pads. Can't get enough of the dry erase, only because you can erase them and reuse them. Some of these magnet sets we have in our house, but wooden flexible figures. I have not seen these. They bend and pose, and there's one in the castle theme and there's one in the occupation themes. Love, love, love these Melissa and Doug. You can't go wrong with these. Around the corner, we spotted some plus blocks. I love my plus box, but look at the bases. They have bases like you would a Lego set. Love those. And they even had the giant plus blocks, which I saw at Toy Fair, and I just adore them. Love the colors, love the activities you can do with these. These are often in our restaurant activity kits. I moved on over to the outdoor play. Oh yeah, lots of fun outdoor play things, including all of these pogo jumpers. I love those. Those are a lot of fun. Tons of bubble selections. I mean, anything you can do with bubbles. I even spotted the glove bubbles. Have you guys seen those? They are all sorts of amazing. I might have to put those in a video coming up soon. And check these out, inflatable sprinklers. How cool are these? I would love to set one of these up in our backyard for our kids to run through for some water play. Brain Quest. We're headed over to the book section, and the first thing I see are Brain Quest. I've seen these many times at Five Below, but they're usually sold out, but the selection here was full. You can also get some of these at Costco. I like the cards like this, and we don't have any yet, so I might have to get some of those. And then look at all of the books, and these aren't just any books. These are like the good ones, the good books that you definitely want on your bookshelf. Lots of different ones, including the Usborne books, activity books, and then even these that are very much similar to the Brain Quest one, but they're just from Melissa and Doug. They're called Smarty Pants. If you have these and the Brain Games, let me know which one you like better, because I can't decide. If you have a Star Wars fan, they even had the Star Wars workbooks. These I've actually found at Barnes & Noble, but haven't seen recently. So if you have a Star Wars fan who needs a little extra help this summer, these workbooks are kind of cute. And then here is the selection of dry erase wipe clean books here at this store. Different selection than the previous store. I can't decide which ones I like better, but these are super cute. Look at all the illustration with the monsters. Here are some other water magic, but these are scented? No way. Strawberry and orange scented. Haven't tried them. Don't know if they're good, but they are just like the Melissa Water Wow, and they look to be pretty interesting. If you have a toddler that would love to use some chalk, how cute are these chalk shapes? They're in different shapes and sizes and different themes. Very colorful, adorable. And then of course the Wiki sticks are a perfect sensory tactile learning item. They had a really big selection. I don't think I've seen a Wiki sticks selection this big with all the different kits and activities that they have. So I love those. Here are some rubber stamp activities books. I like these as well. You guys know I like the fingerprint books. I'm going to show you this book a little bit later in my haul so you can see a little bit more about what it's about. But I do love these. They really did catch my eye, and they had lots of different themes in them too. Very fun and very creative. The art section had fun things in it. If you haven't tried one of these paint by number kits, I think you should. We had one as a gift from a birthday party once, and it was super fun, and I would highly recommend it, as well as stepping stones. What a great project that you can do and keep forever and put outside. I really do like this turtle and the unicorn. You can paint them and make them extra beautiful. They even had some that were flower pot themes. They were just pretty to have outside. This store had a lot more games than the previous store, including one of my favorites here from Smart Games. This is Truckee 3. I love this game. I was kind of interested in this one called Moves because it involved a lot of movement, which I think is really important for the younger kids. Cubits Jr. was a lot of fun too, a lot of visual perception and learning about how to put all of those cubes in the right spot to match the cards. Love anything visual perception. I think it's super, super important. Story cubes, love, love, love. They had a couple of the different themes here. You just roll the dice and create a story from the dice that you roll. Amazing. And then look at these. These are kind of cool. You form different words by shaking it and making words out of the letters that you get after you shake it. What a great travel game for this one, and all the cubes stay right inside. I haven't seen this one before. It's called Splitting Image, where you have to create the image based upon the mirror. I think it's pattern matching. So I really think this one was interesting. It's from Fat Brain Toy Company, and I might have to put this one on my wish list. Sometimes feeding gear is really, really essential. Look at this construction eating plate. How cute. It has different things that you could do with your fork and your spoon, but not just any fork and spoon, the construction eating ones. Amazing. These are so, so cute. And then they have them in different styles, like the dinosaur ones with a dinosaur themed plate. Lots of fun in eating and getting those little ones to eat all of their dinner up so they can play with their food. And of course, I could not walk away. You know me, true Christina purple alphabet style, with a few things. So here's what I bought from each of the stores. So in the teacher parent store, I did end up with just a couple things. I was very attracted to the clearance section. So those green dots, remember, were 50% off. And this one I have never seen before. My girls really do like these kinds of books. It's a Scholastic Books. It's called Little Skill Seekers. This one says ages 4 to 5, but I figured it would be a great kind of summer restaurant kit kind of activity. So it's a spot the difference book, and it's very similar to what you would see in highlights, that sort of thing, where you have these pictures and you have to find the differences between the two pictures. So I think these are great for visual scanning and really, really checking out these pictures and looking for those differences. A great exercise, really simple, it's colorful, and it would fit in my restaurant kits. So this was half off of $2.99, so good deal there. Another book I got was this one. It's Practice to Learn Money, and this one I got because I haven't seen it anywhere near me yet, so that's what intrigued me. It's for grades 1 to 2. It was about $4.50, and then inside I always look for activity books that are colorful and have different activities on each page, because I hate the ones that just kind of do the same thing over and over and over again. And because we need some work on money, I did do an activity video probably last year that had a whole bunch of money activities in it, introductory activities. If you are interested in that, I'll try to put that down below in the description box or way up here somewhere in the corner so you can go and watch that. So this will help to supplement that. So that the activity video had tons of things you can do with different manipulatives, but this book is another great find, and I want to use this summer so we can really hone in on our money skills. And then also at the store in the clearance section, they had these, what are these? These are word wheels. Let me see if I can get it to go down here. And these are ending blends. So there's quite a few, 18 in here, and they're spinners. So you just would spin around to make the word. Actually, let me just open it for you. This was $5.99 with 50% off. And so here's our first one. And so then they have the bottom part here. It looks like you have to put a little brad in here. This is the MP words, not the ones I have here, but just so you can get the idea of how it works, this is not the right wheel to go with it. You would just put the brad in and be able to spin them. I have shown you guys these before for beginning sounds and then word families, that kind of stuff, but I don't have one for the ending sounds like this. So I'm very excited. We'll have to put those together and make a busy bag out of those. And also score on the price, right? If you live in Nashville, you really have to check out this store. Their sales are amazing. At the other store, the Brilliant Minds store, I had to get one of these. I love the Melissa and Doug water rowel, but this seems like an extension of these. This is brand new to me. If you guys have seen this, I have been living under a rock. So basically it's that same concept where they have that water wow pen down here, but then it also has this magnifying glass for the red. So when you open it up, it's just like the water wow. So when you use the water, everything will appear, but then you can take that magnifying glass and then place it over it and you'll see some hidden pictures. Looks like they have things that you could look for in those hidden pictures, and then they'll be down here. So I like that it's kind of like the next level. So if you have water wow, then that would be perfect for your late toddler, early preschooler, and then this one is probably your kindergartner and up. So I just thought this was amazing. They had a couple different styles. Here's what they look like when they're all filled in with water. So I thought this would be so fun. If you have this, I want to know your experience with it. I just think it's really cool. It's quite bigger than the water wow, so probably won't fit in my restaurant kit, but it might be a good airplane activity. This one was $9.99, and if I can find them on Amazon, which I'm pretty sure they're going to be there on Amazon, I'll add these onto my Amazon store so you can check them out. And I couldn't pass up this one. It's an Usborne book. I know I need to get on the bandwagon with the Usborne books. You guys are always telling me about them. It's called the Rubber Stamp Activities Backyard. It comes with the stamp pad and some stamps to use with it, and I like that it's all together. Well, not anymore. I just pulled it off. There we go. Now it's back on. All right. So inside here, I've showed you the fingerprint stamping books before. This one uses stamps versus your fingers. And I love the fingerprint ones, and I highly recommend them. They're in my Amazon store too. But these just kind of set that next level from the fingerprint ones where you can make all kinds of different things, and it shows you step by step what you need. So instead of just doing one fingerprint and a little bit, you're doing a whole bunch with all the different shaped stamps over here. There's smaller ones too, of course, but then it just kind of goes all the way up into some more complicated ones. So I think we're ready for this. I bought it for $19.99. And once again, if I find this on Amazon, it's definitely going in my store. They had several different styles too. So if you don't like this backyard one, there might be a different one that you like better. When I walked into the store, I found this and I was super excited because I have a Pokemon lover and a Mad Libs lover, and it's exactly what it says it is. It's a Pokemon themed book, Mad Libs for learnings, parts of speech. If you haven't tried using Mad Libs for parts of speech, you are missing out. And if you have no idea what Mad Libs are, because I know I get a lot of viewers from different countries, it's a pretty amazing concept. So inside there are stories on each page, and it has blanks, and you fill in your adjectives, nouns, verbs. It tells you what it needs before you read the story, and then once you read the story, you come up with some pretty silly things. And so it's a lot of fun while still working on your parts of speech. So it's pretty genius. They come in all sorts of different styles, but I was so happy to find a Pokemon one, and this one was just $4.99. And then Brain Quest, their selection was so good, don't you think? So the Brain Quest, I got the reading card set for ages 6 to 7, so it's level 1. And so if you have never tried Brain Quest, you're missing out. The workbooks are great, but this is probably what they originally, I'm going to open it here for you, came up with to begin with. I think this might have been their very first product. And so basically you have all of these cards in here, like a lot of cards, and they're bound here at the bottom, so you can just slide them and look through them like this. And there's questions on each card, like a trivia question, and all sorts of different kinds of topics. And then on the back you have the answers. Oh, they're amazing. They're a lot of fun too. So this is a great car activity, plane activity, travel activity, or just if your kids are bored, pulling that out, table conversations, that kind of thing. And they come in different categories. This one's the reading one. So for the reading one, there's stories, and so you read the story and answer the question. They have ones that are trivia, they have ones that are math related, all kinds of different topics. So if you haven't tried Brain Quest, I'd highly recommend it. I have seen these at Five Below. I've seen them over at Costco before, in the workbooks and in the card form. This one says it retails for $11.95, and I'm going to put those in my Amazon store too, so you can check them out and look at them. Also, a good place to find these. sometimes. So if you're looking for a bargain, you can find these at Goodwill a lot. I see a lot of homeschoolers finding them on Goodwill, which I think is a great deal. If you like these kinds of videos, you have to let me know. If when I travel, you want me to go visit some other toy stores or some other learning stores. I just thought it was a lot of fun to show you what was available in different parts of the United States. Make sure to click subscribe to see more videos like this and give me a thumbs up to show your love.